Hello, my name is Coach Rich Campe, CEO of ProAdvisorCoach. I'm really excited over the next 5 to 7 minutes. I want to share with you the power of why and how to create a storyboard to really give you that acceleration around the power of why. So let me start with a quick story. I'll never forget about 8 years ago, I was coaching a gentleman by the name of Brett. And he wanted to work out, and he kept saying, I want to work out and work out. And we set a plan in motion, and he said he was going to get a trainer, and he was going to go to the gym. And he committed, and he said he's going to do it. And he showed up to the next coaching call, and he said, I didn't do it. And I said, all right, if you don't do it the next time, we're going to have some consequences. Are you all right with that? He goes, yes, I am. I said, are you sure you're going to go work out next time? He said, yes, I'm positive. So he shows up for the next coaching call, and I said, how'd it go? Did you get to the gym? Did you hire the trainer? Did you do your program? He said, I didn't. Now, I knew that he was a really strong Republican. So I said, look, here's the deal. Take out your checkbook. And he said, what? I said, take out your checkbook. So he takes out his checkbook and he writes 3 checks, $500 each, to the Democratic Party. And I told him, I said, if you don't work out again next time, I'm going to send off one of these checks as a donation to the Democratic Party. And he said, all right, don't do that. I promise I'll work out, I'll work out, I'll work out. So he shows up at the next coaching call, and what do you think happened? He didn't work out. I sent in the check, and he got a nice letter saying, thank you for supporting the Democratic Party. From that point forward, he always worked out. And I learned a really valuable lesson. It's not that we don't know what to do, right? It's not that we can't make the phone calls or can't do that sales call or overcome the objections. A lot of times it's that we don't have a big enough why, because all people do everything for one of 2 reasons: to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. If the pain is big enough, you'll find a way to get it done. And if the pleasure is big enough, you'll find a way to move towards it. So let's talk about 3 levels of why. They call these the 3 Ps. The first one is primary, or primary needs. These are your needs like food on the table, shelter, right? It's the primary needs that we talked about in the very beginning when we were in school, and we learned about what are those primary needs that we need: food and shelter and warmth and safety, right? So that's the first one, the primary needs. The second one is pursuits. These are pursuits like, I want a car, a better car. I want to move into a house. I want, to date that certain girl or that other person that you want to connect with, right? So it's the pursuits. It's the things you want to go after, the money and the extra things, right? And then that last one, the third P, is purpose. And this is a bigger one, because when you get a purpose that's bigger than who you are, it really helps to drive you and move you forward. So in 1991, I first had the opportunity to really start working in depth with Tony Robbins. And at just around the age of 18, which was a unique opportunity for me at that time, he helped to introduce me to this concept of purpose and really understanding values and visualizing the future and what that could be and what it could look like. And I created this real quick little tool that I use here, and I still have it to this day. And if you look at what's on here, let me just read it to you real fast. I had 5 primary needs: freedom, health, vitality, making a difference, passion, and growth. And I created this purpose. My purpose statement was, I know that the purpose of my life is to live a vibrant, healthy life, full of passion, love, and ecstasy for all of God's creations, to have the freedom to do what I want, with whom I want, and whenever I want, to give, receive, and accept abundance in my life while being connected to the universal energy force called God, and growing at lightning speed in all directions. I created this at 18 years old, right? Now I look forward at, 46 years old, almost 47, and think, wow, look what's been created in my life from having some clear values or purpose. Well, I just spent the last 2 hours realigning again with a storyboard. And the cool thing about a storyboard is that it really gives you that visual, and because of technology today, we can print things and search things and make things up really fast. So I'd encourage all of you to take some time to just do some searches on the web. What type of car do you want? What type of house? What type of girlfriend? What type of boyfriend, right? Create some pictures around what you want. What does that look like? As Napoleon Hill said, if you plant it, the ground doesn't care what you plant, whether it's deadly nightshade or corn that will grow. Whatever you plant is exactly what will grow. So what type of seeds are you going to plant in your own brain, in your own mind, in that soil, and what are you going to water? So let me share with you. Now, once I had the pictures picked out, I was able to put this together in about 30 minutes to an hour. But it will take some time to search and look for what you want and what the storyboard is going to represent for you. So let me show you what I created here. So let's start over here in the bottom. And this is a firewalk. I love doing firewalks because it's an awesome metaphor for life, belief systems, breaking belief systems. And here you can see I've got Tim McGuire and David Carr and then the whole Carr family down here, because just the power of families getting together and breaking barriers and taking it to the next level and going through something like that is so much a part of who I am and what I'm about. And I want to keep doing more of that. And then I also have here Carr Barth, #1 with the President's Trophy here. And I really believe in that we're going to get to this place of President's Trophy with this team because they're awesome, right? The Carr Barth team just rocks. So it's really exciting to visualize that happening and making that, into motion. Down here I've got motorcycles and my family, and I love riding motocross and just rallying and just riding dirt bikes and all that stuff. I just really enjoy that. Got a really big fish here that a good friend of mine, Brian, caught, and I didn't catch one, but I plan on catching one in the future, so I put that down here. And here's a picture of a sunset in Bonita Springs, which is a place I really want to have a second home or third home at some point in the future. Down here I have my step goals, and that particular week I did 122,000 steps, if you can see that, and that's equated to about 60 miles in a week. And that was the only week I did that, but I was really excited about it, and I know I can do that more. I did a mud run here, and you can see my Jeep in the background, and I thought, wow, look at those abs and those pecs. I thought I could take it to another level, and so I just created that visualization of what that would look like. And then here's my dad. He passed away about 5 years ago, but it really taught me as I was going through this storyboard of thinking about how much abundance I've had in my life, I have now in my life, and I continue to have. It really brought about a grateful place for me of thinking about how grateful I am for how many things I have. So here you can see a picture of my dad, and here's my wife and me, and I just really want to donate and give back a lot more around communities in South Africa and other places around the world. And it was just a great trip we went on, and really were able to give back and just had an awesome time together. And here you can see my mom and the kids and everyone together here. And she passed away a year ago again, but great memories, awesome space. So grateful that I have that. Here you can see my values: freedom, health, vitality, making a difference, passion, and growth. Here I want to give away $100,000 in 1 year. Is one of my goals, is to be able to give away $100,000 in 1 year. If we move over here, here's my life work: help people reach their true potential, whatever that might be for them, while living a healthy, vibrant life full of passion, love, and ecstasy for all of God's creations. You can see me here. I love planes, and I'd love to be a pilot one day, so that I put that on my storyboard here. And here's the jet I'd like to own. If we pop up here to the top, you can see the Mission E. That's the new Porsche coming out. Beast of a car, all electric, to compete with the Tesla, and great car. I'm really excited about that. You can see I put my purpose in the middle there. Here's my company, ProAdvisorCoach. I'd like to get that to $100 million in revenue annually. Here's my grandson, Connor boy, and just love on him, and just real excited about where that relationship's going. Up in the upper top here, you can see the Panthers, and I'm excited about them winning the Super Bowl, the Carolina Panthers. And here I've got a cross to represent God, and just, reading the Bible is important to me. I read it one time in a year, and I'd love to do that again, so I put that down as a goal there. Over here on the right side, you can see I've got single-digit handicap. I thought that would be really cool to have a single-digit handicap, and I put a really neat story in here about the Augusta Country Club and how it got started, and how it all really started with a seed, someone writing a letter and asking to get involved with someone else. Got a lot of my friends listed here because they're really important, and my wife and the kids, and just a lot of neat things that are important to me, both in the past and in the present, and really in the future too. So a storyboard is a representation of where you are now, where you've been, and where you want to go. So again, take some time to really get some pictures together and it's really easy once you have the pictures together, but important to do that pre-work prior to putting all this together. So if you can get some pictures together, even cut them out, that would really save a lot of time as you put your storyboards together. This is Rich Campe saying thank you so much for joining us and look forward to catching up again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.